ugly heads, like the way it has started. Look at their numbers, and let me send this word of caution to the NDC. Ghanaians have handed to you unprecedented mandates with astounding majority, never in the history of this country. If they don't make good use of it, Ghanaians are watching. Next time, if you don't use what you're giving,
you mean they are not living up to the billing?
Oh yes, Ghanaians expect them to exert or exhibit that
power they've been given.
So if you sit down for some of these things to happen, next time Ghanaians will question whether they will have to give you that kind of mandate again. For me, they should let the NPP people feel that they are minority. In fact, they are whether they are micro minority or they are infinitesimally micro minority. They have to make you feel like that. That is what Ghanaians voted for. So they will have to be made to feel like that in Parliament. If it becomes possible, they have to do without them. They should do without them. They were given 8 years. Some of the questions asked were very annoying. As if they have never governed this country before. Just few months ago, you were the ones
like
governing.
Which questions?
I mean, about development. What will you do to make this better? What will you do to make this better? As if when they had 8 years, they never thought of making anything better. I mean, they give us a break. MPP must give us a break. It is getting too much. Now, I'm beginning leadership, because if there's really leadership in MPP, he'll be called to order, and he will be asked to do the right. What he's doing,
I don't know about leadership, because they have a chair, they have various. They have a party secretary. They also have various
but obviously,
people in leadership positions.
Obviously, they are not
you take a look at that. The criticism against the leadership of the NDC in Parliament, foremostly, is that they look to be weak, not getting the power they've been given. You look at what the clarion call is, and it also looks like there is a certain posture to be able to compromise when the power has been given to you to be exerted. Would you say these are the sentiments at the rank and file within the party, and then also outside as you come in to have an observation on what has transpired?
Right. Roland, let me say good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
My senior brothers, and to say that after the elections, I was on hibernation small, and this is my second show for the year. I also enjoy Prime on Wednesday, and I just want to tell my fans that I'm back on set. Roland, having said that, so I've listened to Bachman, and I'd like to just pick up from where he nearly landed when he said that the NDC needs to exhibit, some strength and all of that.
You think they are wrong?
I think that, you see...
That your chair is weak, they say?
There's a thin line between showing, exerting force and exhibiting a certain level of, strength and being also tagged as arrogant. You see, the situation we have right now is that we have a party that just exited power. They have been arrogant. They have done these things Bachman is talking about. It's shown a bow, you can't say anything, keep quiet. They've done all these things over and over. There are things that have happened that has led into the MPP going home. The NDC is forced to immediately try and transform and adjust to living between towing the same line or using a different line but be firm. Be firm. I'll give you a typical example. So, like what Afenyo Markin is doing yesterday, what would generally happen is that then immediately some judge would probably get upset and go like, no, I've been no free about me.
Do you think he was provoking him?
You see, that's the idea is that, first of all, you have failed. And after you failed, now the same person that has failed is sitting in front of you, and then they say derogatory things to you. I remember the show that I had the last time. I had an MPP rep sitting there and then talking, and then, when the wind gets into our head, then we get arrogant, and then maybe I'll tell them, you keep quiet, you're not coming back to power. These things have gone on back and forth for too long. My argument is that NDC communicators would have to, as much as possible, NDC appointees would have to, as much as possible, remember that the people that gave the mandate are not only the members that belong to the NDC. There are people in between there who are looking at everybody else. They are not party holders. They are not card-bearing members, but they actually give us the mandate. They want us to do something different. I mean, if we go back and toe a certain line, so for example, like Afenyomakin yesterday, then people will start telling him stuff and then shut up, blah, blah, blah. Yes, no problem. You can do that. You can do all of that. But at the end of the day, what would happen is that people will now start saying, you see the arrogance, they are just 3 weeks in power. But we can be firm. Firm in the sense that if you say for whatever reasons that you are tired and you don't want to sit on the committee to continue vetting, go home. Nobody's sucking you. Go. There are other members on the committee who can actually continue the vetting if they want to. If you don't want to, in any case, at the end of the day, when everything is done and it comes to Parliament, we'll pass. It's not a place to fight. That arrogance and all of that, and that is why I have a problem with Afenyomakin. And I said this yesterday when I went on Joy Prime, and I'd like to say it to him again. I mean, if he's watching, listen. You're that one person who said that you
if you can refrain from mentioning other competitors. I think that for our editorial policy, you will be fair to us, okay? Please continue. Okay,
sure. But I'm saying that, you see, it is difficult to actually speak without actually mentioning him. Because he's doing the questioning. Well, and if not, then the conversation will be very, very difficult because he is doing the questioning and he's asking questions. And whether you like it or not, you would refer to something he has said, like it or not. But I'm saying that in all of this, he should remember, right from the time when he was talking about the fact that he cannot sit even on the minority chair, is spiritually blah, 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 and all the arrogance, this is the time for everybody to tone down. The MPP to tone down in the sense that you have failed. And because you have failed, you have to be extra humble and then allow the people to watch and allow us to be able to do the things that we have to do. The NDC, on the other hand, would also have to learn to, as much as possible, contain, you know, because they would make you angry. They would say stuff. I mean, I'm trying to imagine me sitting here with maybe